Hey, everybody, welcome back as we have another conversation today about real estate and learn. And again, my goal is just to educate and serve you all to the best of my ability, which is just giving you good information. So today we're going to talk about how does my real estate agent get paid when I sell a house? And this is a really common question that my team and I try to explain on our very first meeting. So there's no confusion for anyone. And I want to break that down for you because quite honestly, I'm shocked often when I meet with a seller who maybe hasn't met another agent and the agent didn't tell them at all what the cost looked like. I just don't think that's okay. There needs to be clarity and understanding of all the costs that come along. So, in most markets around the country, the standard real estate commission is 6% of the total price. So, anytime I'm talking about percentages, it's going to represent a percentage of the total sales price of the home. The total sales price of the home, that's what I mean by a percentage. So that's 6% is paid by the seller at the time of closing on their home to the agent who represented them. And if there's another agent involved in the transaction who represents the buyer, that fee is typically split 3% to the listing agent, 3% to the buyer agent. Now, let me back up here. 6% paid by the seller at the time of closing. That means when everyone goes to sign the final paperwork, and let's say, you're paying out a commission of $20,000, but you're making $100,000 on your sale. Well, at the time of closing, the lawyers who are doing all of that are just going to take the deductions, the cost of the commission out of your net profit. And so you would see that 20 grand is going out to the agent, 80 grand is coming back to you. So I hope that makes sense at closing. So 3% to the listing agent, 3% to the buyer agent is standard. Now, if no buyer agent is involved, then the listing agent is allowed to keep the entire 6%. That's what you agreed to. That's what you would pay to get the home sold. Now, technically, the seller, again, as I said, is agreeing to pay the listing agent a total commission. 6% is common. And then the listing agent makes an agreement to pay the buyer agent should that be needed. So I know when we talk percentages, it can become confusing. So here are the most important points for you to remember. First, if you're a buyer, hire a real estate agent. Sorry, let me jump back in. I just got interrupted by my little girl. We're totally okay. But so first, if you're a buyer, hire a real estate agent because there's no cost to you to be represented. Your agent will be paid by the seller. It only makes sense to have real representation when the cost to you is effectively $0. It just makes sense to have representation because your agent, if you have a buyer agent, is going to be paid by the seller. Now, number two, if you're a seller, understand that the cost of the agent fees who are involved in the transaction will come upon you or come from you upon consummation of the sale. Again, as I mentioned earlier, it's going to be deducted from the proceeds on the sale of your home. You don't have to write a check. It doesn't come out of your pocket. It comes from the proceeds of the sale of your home. Now, you may think that's a lot of money for the agents, but keep this in mind. They've got a lot of fees to continue to be in business. They pay their broker who oversees them a split of the money. For example, we pay 30% to our office. They pay their own marketing, their own real estate dues, higher self-employment taxes, etc. And if they got a team like I do, they've got payroll, all of those pieces. The average real estate agent is only making around $30,000 a year. Even if they bring in about 90,000, they're only keeping about 30,000. So they are spending a lot of money just to stay in business. And a good agent is spending money to help you market, is spending money to give you the right help, which is hiring staff. So ultimately, if you have a truly trusted professional on your side, every single penny to hire agent, your agent will be money well spent. They will protect your largest asset and make sure you receive the best possible profit for your home. So that money is well worth it and well documented that when a seller goes to sell on their own, it does a for sale by owner, that even though they're saving a few percentage points on commission, they actually average less net income. So look that up for yourself, but it's because of all the reasons that we've talked about, especially as you can go back and listen to how can a real estate agent help me sell my home as I break down what they do for you, what a good agent does for you. So I hope this has been helpful. As always, if you need anything or have questions about anything, whether you're in Hampton Roads, Virginia or not, reach out to us, www.maroongroupva.com. Thanks so much for listening. We'll see you next time.